Alright, so I thought I'd just share a couple of tips I've been learning about getting out this glove box of a 2013 Skoda Yeti. Some of the online stuff hasn't been accurate to this model, so I thought I'd share just in case anyone else is having problems with it, following along on other videos that people have done. So emptied it out, nice. These screws need to come out. There's three of them, one there, and one hidden behind this button. And then underneath, down here, underneath this cover, which you have to carefully get out, and there's two screws, which are, can you see my fingers? One there, and one further back. There. Yeah, so there, we've got a screw hole, and there's another one. There you go, another one there. So size wise, they're a 20 tray. So what we're going to do now is get this off. Okay, to get this final screw, there's a gap underneath this plastic trim. Wherever it is, there it is. Put up, lever a bit, and pull to the side. And then that just comes off. And what happens is, there's the gap. Put screwdriver in and lever this way. So that up here, that thing gets pushed in. So your screwdriver goes up the gap and pushes against that. And then, if we can get it on camera, inside there is the final screw. So take that out and we'll move on. Right, so next bit is to bring it forward, carefully down. There's a peg at that side that holds it, nothing at this side apart from that peg, so it will fall down sometimes. And you've got to watch for there's a wire inside. That's for the internal light, and if you notice down just here on this side, got to be careful of breaking that. That's the passenger airbag thing. And finally, if you've got the one with aircon like this has, it's got a tube there. That's to blow cold air into the glove box. So you need to disconnect all those. See if we can get the camera to sit there. So that's pulling out this one, squeezing the little tabs. And at the side here, that one's come off on there, and it unclips, if you could see that from there, and then the box is free. So I'll just show you these clips. So the tube for the aircon is just rubber and it'll pull off no problem. Get off of the side. This clip, you squeeze those in to pull it out. And finally, the one for the airbag here. You have to pull that up there, squeeze that tight up, and then it'll pull straight out. Right. Also, if you're interested in the soft close mechanism that's here, push this pin out at the bottom. Take that out. Somewhere safe. That will then lift up, moves, and you can rotate the right position. There we go. Because on the back it's got a key. So once that's clicked in there, rotate it round so it won't come out, and then you put the pin back in. If you've got any problems or you want to replace that that soft close, that's where it is. So while we're here, you don't need to take off the glove box to get to it, but I've taken a screw from out of there, unclipped this tray which has the hooks on it, and I'm replacing this filter, which is like your cabin pollen filter. And and I'm looking to use some foam cleaner with a tube thing to clean up the aircon because of a dodgy smell. So we can take that cover off with the 2 screws first. Forgot to mention that. So there's one that's up here on the left hand side, halfway back, and one that's here on the right hand side. You take those 2 off, and that allows that foam cover to come off. Now we're on the driver's side. This is my trusty knee saver mat. So we're on the driver's side, and we're going to be checking off the trim that's over there, the footrest, and this carpet, so that I can get access to the drain plug, drain pipe, sorry, for the aircon. So this is just clipped on, so you just get your fingers down and it will actually clip off. I've already unclipped this, and it sits underneath at the back. I'll show you the other side so you can see the clips. So there you've got, they're just clips. That's clips along the top edge and at the front, so you can literally just peel it off. Then we've got to get this off. Now that comes off with 2 things. One is a pin at the back there. Put that down on the floor and I'll focus on it. There you go. So you have to get a screwdriver or similar and open that up carefully, and that allows those bits there to close, and it'll come out the hole. And the other thing is that screw there, so that needs to come out as well. That's that out. Once you've removed it, it's just like a flat top with a screw thread on the bottom, but it's plastic, so you have to be careful about stripping it, obviously. This then just lifts open, lifts up, and it's all with this, let's move that out of the way, carpet. Trying to get an angle so you guys can see. So this here lifts up all the way, and then you push up and it comes out. So on the other side, as you can see, there's 2 clips, one up here, one down here, and they hook into the 2 holes, one down here and one up there. Then you can pull the carpet back. Okay, so when you pull the carpet back, when you get to it, because I've already done it, there'll be these 2 on the spigots there. There, yep. There'll be these 2 plastic nuts again, 10mm. Then you can take off, try and look at the camera, take off this plastic from underneath the insulation there, and again it's got a clip on that end which goes into the hole that you will be able to see there. Finally, last bit of fiddling about for the drain, this black pipe that comes down here. See it better, that black pipe there, that unclips, just literally push fit into that hole there. So it's just got like a grommet wide rim, and that's where the drain is for the aircon, which is what we'll need to put a container under when we do the spraying. Okay, so I've gathered my stuff. I've got a container for the water, got a sprayer from the garden with just water in it, cleaned out and flushed, and I've got a towel. So, towel is obviously the last line of defence, and then there's the container that's going to go in there. So I'll just get that sorted. Okay, so I've gathered my stuff. I've got a container for the water. I've got a sprayer from the garden with just water in it, cleaned out and flushed, and I've got a towel. So, towel is obviously the last line of defence, and then there's the container that's going to go in there. So I'll just get that sorted. So here we are with the sprayer thing, and the idea being towel last line of defence, that catches all the stuff, and with this I've loosened it off, take that off, and that's going to get pushed up there like you would with a spray can. I'm just going to throw some water up and just see if anything comes out first. Okay, so I've gathered my stuff. I've got a container for the water. I've got a sprayer from the garden with just water in it, cleaned out and flushed, and I've got a towel. So, towel is obviously the last line of defence, and then there's the container that's going to go in there. So I'll just get that sorted. So here we are with the sprayer thing, and the idea being towel last line of defence, that catches all the stuff, and with this I've loosened it off, take that off, and that's going to get pushed up there like you would with a spray can. I'm just going to throw some water up and just see if anything comes out first. Okay, that's been running in there just for a second. Take it out, and it looks like all we've got is clean water. Okay, so layout wise, I know we've got the fan here. Then in this section underneath where we pulled out the filter, got that sort of going on, and then to the right where I'm just going to stick this tube up there, that is where, oops, that is where the evaporator is. So we're going to put some water in there, spray it in, and see if it comes out of the drain on the other side. Just took me a sec to swap sides, but there we can see we've got a bit of water there now dripping out the pipe from that. So I'm going to spray a bit more in. It does look clean though, so that's a good sign, I think. Right, I'll go and spray it, see if we get some more water coming out. Yeah, so there's plenty of water coming out, but it is clean, which would suggest it might not be dirty in the evaporator. Just as an extra thing, if you ever have a problem with the flaps sticking, this is behind where that glove box is. This flap here is the one that opens this section to allow cabin air in, or closes to allow outside air in. And you can see inside there, that's the fan. Right, so now I'm going to close it up, put the cover onto where the air filter would go, get our can of stuff, unwrap the hose. Okay, another issue I found, this hose here, if I just pushed it up the pipe, it just stopped. And the reason it stopped is because in there, as you can see, it's hit the end. So I've had to remove the pipe off the end of the housing connector to get the application pipe in. Okay, and that was also a bit awkward, so what I've done is sort of push that down, grab hold of the pipe, pull up, down, pull up until it comes out, and then that bit needs to go inside where the evaporator is. So yeah, it's difficult to see because I can't get the camera in there very easily, but the pipe is actually right at the back up there, and now you can see that this drain pipe pushes into the actual housing where the evaporator is. And if you don't do that, obviously it's just going to fill that pipe full of foam and it's not going to get into the evaporator. And short of disassembling the whole dashboard and checking it out, this is, I think, probably a quicker solution. Other safety tips, just to say, I've got both doors open on the tailgate so that we don't get any nasty fumes. I've got gloves on and eye protection if you need it, because you don't want to spray yourself in the face with this stuff. So we'll give it a shake. There we go. And we'll give it a spray. And we're going to spray as much as we can in there. Keep shaking it. And off. I'm going to remove this tube and hold that end there so it's blocked. And now I'm going to put the fan on low. Leave that down there. Then I'll spray some more down into the vents. Okay, so now running the engine, you can see there is some foam coming up in some of the vents. I don't want that to spray in the car, so I'm just leaving the aircon on 2 in terms of a low setting. It's still on cold, 18 degrees. Don't put it on the low because it'll just blast all the foam everywhere. And we'll have this running for about 15 minutes. Switch it off, go and get some lunch, come back and then just check if the foam has brought any dirt out into the bottom. You can see down there at the moment there's just clean foam coming out, so it may not be dirt in the system that's causing the problem, and it may still smell. Although I guess at the moment I can smell the cleaner, so I'm guessing that that'll work for a bit. We'll see how long it lasts for. Okay, so here we are after leave it for a while. I can tell there's a smell. It smells different to what it did before. As to whether it'll work or not later, I don't know. One tip for running it with the aircon, etc., is to reconnect this pipe here. And by the way, if you didn't know, and you didn't know you had air, if you got aircon, you do have this option at the bottom there, open. If you pull that towards you, that allows the aircon, cool air, to run into the glove box, making it like a cool box. How exciting is that? So you can open it and close it with that. Yeah. And you'll know if it's working or not, because when you push it, you'll be able to feel the airflow. There we go. So there is a difference that you can feel. Right, so now we're going to put it all back together again. Put back this side. Don't forget we're connecting up that last. So first is to connect up the hose there, that back section. Then we're going to put this upwards so we can connect here for the airbag and then there for the interior light for the glove box, which is there. Okay, so we'll do that and I'll get back to you. We'll turn off the ignition first though, yeah? So ignition off, key out, and then we can connect these together. I just thought I'd add this, the order of connection needs to be this side first. Put that pipe back in that clip because that'll stop the whole unit from going in, so it has to go behind there with the pipe clipped in. So again, there it is, pipe clipped in the side. Rock it up that side so it's close, and then you can get to this side to do the connectors. So the airbag one, squeeze in for the click. And again the light goes on there, which I can't do with one hand. All good. Now we're going to locate that lug and this lug in their respective holes. Then we'll get the first screw, put that in there. And we'll get in there to the bottom one. Bit awkward with one hand. Tighten these up nice. Open it up, and then this one, the two lugs there go in the gap here and here, and it just clicks on, then it's done. All good. And then these last two screws at the top, one there, one there. So then we've got the airflow, the air filter to go back in. Watch for the airflow, so that's from top to bottom on the filter. Cut out on the left because the air flows from where the fan is, which is in here, down that way, and it goes that way through. So therefore the airflow has to be from this side with a cutout to the other side. Yeah. Let's take that cover off, which is under here. Slides to the left with those hooks. And then gently tease that up there. Just being careful not to damage. Just tap it nice and gentle each side. This is the Bosch one I've used. And again, that to get it the right way, the cutouts here are on the left. Goes in and it slides to the right to close, and then you've got the screw to hold it there. Next we've got this little foam cover to go on with the two screws, cut out onto the left for the footwell, which is there, and the straight side there up against that side, and you have to put these little bits here there for the underneath. They go round all these, a bit of a pain to get in. Take your time. So after doing all that, I've come back just to check, probably been at half an hour, to see how much has come out of this pipe in terms of fluid. And there's not a lot, to be fair. Don't know where it's all gone. Trying to get this into decent light so you can see it. So it is a bit dirty, that, isn't it? But not excessive. So that's all the fluid that came out. That's over the tube. We'll see. I've just re-plugged the drain tube in there. This bit again, remember we've got that clip. Has to go in the hole there. Push back, and then we've got the two plastic nuts that go on there. Just as a note, they are 10mm those nuts I think, but this is a 3/8 long reach that I happen to have handy, and that works fine. Okay, so let's put the carpet back. The carpet put back. This plastic trim. And remember on the bottom there, that hook, you have to put it in, click, and then slide down. And that might just go in like that. And then we've got this last one. It goes the back there to tighten up. Now I'm just going to hoover, clean, tidy up and all that around here. That's a bit cleaner, not perfect, but it'll do. With these side kickboards, you've got clips on the back, like that one down there, lines up with the hole at the back there, and at the rear end we've got the Velcro on the inside, Velcro on the post, and those scuffy lines, they're the ones that go up inside here, and there's a little groove that they sit into. So there they are. You can see the you can see the little groove things there, and it pushes up into there, and at that end it goes behind the pillow cover there. Well, let me know how you get on, and hopefully you'll be able to learn how to do some stuff, because you can just see it on the video. See you soon, take care. Well, it's been a while, let's go and see if we can smell anything in the car. Well, immediately getting in, it smells okay. Door. Error airbag. That's because I disconnected the airbag before, so yeah. Right, so let's put it on. Okay, so I've got that on 3 blows. 3 blows. 3 wishful thinking. So 3 bars there, and yeah, it sort of smells okay, as in it's not bad as it has been. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Just thought I'd update you because, you know, try the aircon. It was when you switch between aircon and normal that the problem was there. Let's let it get cool now. Put it on max cool. That piece of toilet roll is very important there. It holds the sat nav, stops it bouncing about. Yeah. Again, can't smell any bad odours. You can still have a faint smell of the cleaner, the foam cleaner you used. So let's go back off aircon onto normal. That's really good, that. So it's a lot better, because when you switch between the two, between aircon and the normal outside air without the aircon on, the smell increased or decreased, you know. A lot happier. I'd say that's a win. Thank you for watching. Hope something helped, or you saw something good.